Brain system. Bucket. He added dust. That's the crane releaser. Investigation. I have a surprise for Techno Freak when he gets here. I even copied our headlight style and Herbal. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So he I like that idea. Then there's a special decoupler. There's a special part. Listen. A nano reaction. Hmm. This is a 2-to-1. 2-to-1. The adapters and yeah, this guy. Oh, I see. Did 4. instead of 5 here. And then he does 2 fuel cells. Mm-hmm. Oh, I need to put monopropellant. Not working. Well, um, Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Works good. that's fucking sweet. And then I think once it detects that it's touched the ground, it releases it. Burped. Scared me. This is upside down. It's still upside down. Rotate, please. Why is it still upside down? Still upside down. Unity, come on, dude. Here we go. Right side up, please. Upside down. Still. Why is it keep going upside down? There we go. Oh, cool. He's added a notch in there so you know what's right side up. Okay, cool. He's added notches on the top so you know it's right side up. The control module reads correctly. Now it should be right side up. Please. It's right side up. Okay, good, 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 good. I'm gonna try to place parachute on here and see if that's fixed. It worked exactly like it's supposed to. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Need to do a developer thing? if we get those. I need to send developer things. Now I have to exit the screen that has all the secrets of development. We don't have any leaks. I'm gonna put that on my short. Alright, let's go ahead to the Space Center and clean up the debris. You guys can check out my shorts on Twitch. I just added 2 of them for you. Time to make a Mars rocket. 1,000 meters a second. Gonna take about 4 to get to Mars. Another 4 to circularize. And then it's gonna take about another 4 to... Well, I'll just launch it into the atmosphere. Atmosphere of Mars starts around 40,000. It's pretty low. That's actually the same as Duna ASP. So grab that. We'll need our circularizer stage here. TWR. TWR. Good. TWR. Still not good. Mm. We're gonna need a gyro stabilizer. It can't go there. It'll obstruct the wheel. It gives me 3,000 to circularize Mars. But I need at least 4 to get a landing stage set to Mars. Let's do that. I 4,500 there. Okay. Basket. Next stage is to get to Mars, which is about 4,000. All we need to do a J2 TWR 3. I wonder if that's more efficient up here. Mars is insanely difficult to get to. That is more fuel efficient. Okay. Next step is to make this engine a little better. $3,516. It gives me about 10,000 to play with, and that's good for me. I think that's okay. Give me 8,000 to criticalize. But actually, $2,000. So this is way more efficient, and that's a J2 engine. Cool. Oh, not cool. Okay. Dev notes. I need to do developer things. Hi, how's it going? Oh, nice. In the other game, you was talking and showing the other day. I was going to see my son. But I sit, call again now. I'm at home on my PC. Sorry, Techno, I didn't see your message. Let me DM you. Oh, you're here still? Okay. I have a surprise for you, Techno. I have a surprise. Are you ready? So, Techno, since you have been here, right, in our stream for the last 6 freaking days straight, okay, showing the maddest of support, okay, I'm gonna give you a free copy of Rocket Science. And yeah, it's on the house, man. I want you to experience our game and enjoy it, and I think your community will love it. I think you'll love it. It's really gonna put you to the test, dude, on your rockets. because it's super hard. No, no, Techno, it's on the house, dude. As a developer of the game, I wanna show my support back to you in the community, man. So just join my Discord. So if you go down to the about section, you have Discord? Actually, I should have asked. Oh yeah, if you go to the about section, it says become a Smithen'S today. You yeah, so then you can go there and you know, go to the Discord and I'll give you your key. If you don't join the Discord, or if you join the Discord and you tell me do not buy me the game, I won't, of course, because I'm not going to force things on people. But I really am telling you, man, if you love Kerbal Space Program, this is the dream game for you, dude. Like, this is where rocket science and space, and when you can watch documentaries about things, about space, and actually apply it to the game, it's super insane. You're gonna learn so much about planets. You're gonna be like watching documentaries on like NASA like space flight plans, and then trying to match them, because you're gonna have to do them to the T, man. No, it's no problem, Techno Freak. It's no problem. Like I said, I'm not gonna force it on you. I also am just doing some dev testing and putting things in our notes here on some things that are so yeah. And I'm also gonna go to Mars. The lander. Did you see my lander yet? Did you see the lander yet? Okay, I gotta show you this, dude. I'll remake this rocket in a second. But watch this. This is crazy. Here we go. I mean, you can't, like, you can't even deny that that's sick, bro. Oh, that is so cool, dude. And that, and when you enter Mars, you know, you have to do that. And it's super cool. And unlike Kerbal, our gravity on planets actually makes sense. So, you know, there's actually good physics in our game. You're gonna love it. You're gonna be like, dude, the physics, man. I could drive around. It's so cool. These are headlights and they work. Also, if you do get our game, I wanna help you understand some things. So you're gonna hit run on your computer. You're gonna go to your app data. You're gonna go down to you're gonna go to local. We go to app data again. You'll go to roaming. You go to roaming, and you'll go down to. What am I saying? Sorry, you're gonna go to app data. You're gonna go to local low. You're gonna go to roaming. Wherever you do this on Linux, it was be in your, and then there's Unbe Games, Rocket Science, and then you go to your saves. You go to 1. There's your flight plans and your rockets. So you go down to your rockets, and you can open it with Notepad. Okay. And you can completely edit everything about this rocket. You can change the thrust limiter. You can change in when the parachute comes out. You can change how much fuel the engine is doing. And it's really easy to do. You just hit Control F, and then you would type in, let's just type in eng, right? Engine module 1 right there. It says throttle, and then there's your thrust limiter. So you can change your yeah, my brain went blank right there. It'll be in Linux somewhere, you know, wherever that is, wherever your saves are on the game. And there's your thrust limiter for the engine. So it'll tell you the ID of the engine, and you can change the thrust limiter. Now you can go in game, right? And you can actually change the thrust limiter there. So you can just in game, only in flight, you can change your thrust limiter. Yeah, it's so simple. It's not like some crazy you know, stupid weird JSON like format. It's like super easy, the translator in there for you. So like this engine right here, unlike Kerbal, we can't really copy a lot of things from Kerbal. We could get sued. You know, so we're gonna have our way of implementing that, of implementing some things. But you would you would left click on the here, and you can actually change the thrust limiter right here of each and there's little tabs too, and it'll tell you the ID of it. So it's like ID 55, ID 64, and so you, and then that's 64, and that's 58, and that's 61. So in the JSON, what you could do is change those numbers so you never have to do it again. And that's what's really cool about getting those you know, getting like everything super saved, and then you can upload your rockets to Steam Workshop by clicking this button. You can upload it, and you can try out your community's rockets. Nice, full control of file edit. Yeah, yep. So it's really, really cool. So like, see how that's like a 2.91 or 2.94? It's like too much, right? But I don't care. Because it's okay the way it is. I don't want to edit it. So this is a decoupler. So whenever in Rocket Science you want to change a decoupler setting, you just click the little setting icon, and you have your decoupling modes. So we want this thing to completely break off of the rover. And this will be in a shelling. There's fairings. The fairing system's a little different, though, in this game. You build the fairing system piece by piece, and they break off piece by piece. Which is cool. And what you gotta make sure you do is always fairing at the right speed, okay, and the right altitude. Because if you don't, friction will happen, and the fairing will blow you up. So 65,000 is about where you want a fairing on rocket science. So we have that. And we need a gyro stabilizer. Interesting how Kerbal made an update. They added a gyro stabilizer to their latest science update, and it looks a lot like ours. Just like the rover body. We have plans to get revenge because we know, dude. That they literally our rover body, all right, is a prototype. All right. All of these parts are a prototype. They will literally look like real rocket parts eventually when we get them completely remodeled, right? We put out a prototype box, and then all of a sudden Kerbal puts out a box that's literally the same as dimensions as ours. And it's like Kerbal's doesn't. You see, the thing is, Kerbal has everything already remodeled, so everything is super printed and prime, and you got the bags, you got the fucking wires and everything, and then they put out a box. You know, this little shit has wires. It's gonna have little like CPU boards on it. It's gonna have little microchips. You know. Little tiny thingies all over it. We put out that, and then they just kind of completely. Well, yeah, we have other plans for that. There's a reason why you see these little brackets right here. Okay, there's a reason you see these little brackets right here. You'll see. Exactly, it was a simple box. Just like ours, right after we put out our freaking, because this rover update's pretty recent. This rover update's pretty recent. We just added our rover, and then science update comes out, and they just put down this simple box, and it's the same dimensions as ours. Interesting. But we have plans. Me and Arjun, we already have payback ready to go. You'll see. Isn't it shocking though, right? Isn't it shocking that they put out just a simple box out of like all of the like foil bags that they have on their engines to like the detail in their wheels? They put out a box. I don't know if they're sending a message or what, but exactly. Right, and it's like right after we put down our update, they come out with the science update, and it's in there. Interesting. Now, Kerbal is a competitor of ours. Now, as of now, we're behind, right? But when Kerbal was in its crap state, dude, rocket science was like everybody in the Discord's like, oh yeah, I'm never playing Kerbal 2 again. This is the shit. I'm staying over here. And now it's the other way around. But we don't care about that stuff. You know, we're here to make the best game ever, you know, for realism. But I kind of found that funny. So I'm trying to figure out who's the spy, you know what I mean? Who's the spy? Who's the spy? Yeah, where is he in our Discord? I'm gonna find you. Alright, so anyway, So right here is this is really great. You just hover over here. It tells you your meters a second. It tells you your TWR. This I just DM'd him. We're gonna get that solved. But I have a temporary solution to fix that. We're gonna just do that. And that should do it. For now. If your parts clip in our game, you are screwed. They will, it will not be good. Also, staging matters in orders, right? So, again, you want to always fairing, fire. Never fire fairing, okay? You fire fairing, you're gonna blow up. There is a career mode. I'll show you. I'll show you. Let me save this rocket. As you go down here, okay, you have your researchers, you have your let me go over here to our stages here. So down here, right, you have your coal generator, right? And I can't talk about stuff, I can't talk about this stuff because it's still in prototype, but you, and then if we go down here, or we go up here, there's a lot of things I can't talk about, okay? But there's going to be some things, and you're gonna have to have the things and make the certain things to do the certain things. And there's gonna be there's already contracts, okay? So don't get it ruined, all right? There are contracts. Now this is crazy. Land on Mount Everest, okay? That is pretty, that's pretty difficult, okay? When I said that this game is difficult, I'm really not joking. Land on Mount Everest. We don't tell you where it is, okay? You got to pull out a map and find it, okay? Land on each of the 7 highest mountains on Earth, okay? It's one big thing that always been missing out. I love KSP2's science missions. I love them. I really do. But work on getting a good setup for it. You can rocket it out and rocket it out and past. Could you explain that last message for me? I'm just having a hard time understanding it. But yeah. Where was I? Yeah, so basically this is pretty crazy. Getting an orbit around Earth is actually pretty horrible. Like it's pretty hard to do because you need to not just get a orbit around Earth, you need to get a stable orbit around Earth. You need to understand that. What is stable orbit around Earth? Well, a non-decaying stable orbit around Earth is 400 by 450 kilometers. Low orbit satellite is 120 to 160, right? So you're gonna have to do some real rocket science research. Like the science, true, but I want to have any solo career mode at all. But it won't have any solo career mode at all. Okay. I think the mod community for KSP2 is super crazy. And I really honestly think that they can do that. I mean, they're pretty much rewriting the game. I mean, they're doing. I've been playing mods on KSP2 that literally have been better than the game itself. Like, I was literally playing with control system 1.5.53 on KSP2. Might need to hire that guy who made that mod because, like, god damn, that shit is straight up Unity coding. I mean, it is. KSP2 needs to hire him. All right, because dude, like, it is so good. Have you used Control yet? Have you used Control 5.11? It's insane, dude. Like, I'm a programmer myself and like software engineer. And that shit's impressive. Like, the fact that he did that for free is just wild to me. Like, that guy needs to be paid like money. Like lots of money to make stuff like that for free. What a legend. Absolute legend. Techno Freak, try control. Let me actually get it. Right here. Control system 2. This is nuts. Like, this is nuts. Like, I love this. I love this. Some of these mods are really stupid, though. On input binder. You see can. I don't know. I don't like how they're kind of going like back to the KSP1's modding world. I want like them to evolve, right? Get away from CCAN, get away from, you know, KN Tech and just like branch out, make a new thing, you know, because as somebody who was brand new into the Kerbal world, right? I like saw CCAN as a noob in the Kerbal world and was like completely unattracted by the name, the layout, and every single thing about it. It's like, get away from the CCAN, you know? But anyway, this one's crazy. Get into a geostationary orbit. So get into polar orbit. That's hard. Okay. Put a spaceship into sun synchronous orbit. Put a spacecraft into Malinea orbit. Put a spacecraft into a tundra orbit. Leave Earth's sphere of influence. Fly through the moon's sphere of influence. Get a stable orbit around the moon. Land on the surface of the moon. Fly through the Martian sphere of influence. Get into a stable orbit around Mars. Land this is crazy, okay? And there's people who's already done this, okay? Land on every celestial body of the Martian system. Land on the surface of Mercury and land on the surface of Venus. Now, there is a person in our Discord, on Umbi Games Discord. When you buy the game, you'll get a link. It's in the main menu. I'll show you. It's right here. And to get to the latest update, you go to the betas and you go to the in-between betas. Because we're just out of alpha. We're in beta now. And there's a guy who's landed on every single planet in the game. In the Discord. It's wicked sweet. Alright, back to building. So Mars requires about 4,000 to circularize. And we're going to need a little bit more to get into so we circularize, we're about 4,600, so that's more than enough to circularize, right? So now we need to get to Mars. Getting to Mars from solar orbit is about 3,500. You want to take off on April-ish. April, January. Launch dates in rocket science are, and in real life, are imperative. In Kerbal, they kind of put their calendar together to where you get an encounter every time. If you take off on the wrong day, you may never get an encounter with a planet. That's just how it is. So yeah. Alright, so we're gonna do that. That's gonna give us 3,948. We're gonna need a little more than that to get to Mars. And that's gonna be 4,220 with 3L. That's more than enough. We have symmetry mode. You just hit C on your keyboard and you'll see your symmetry mode here. Your grab mode will grab things, and your R mode, by hitting R, will rotate. You can change the rotation ratio of it. It can be rotated. And hit G again, go back to grab mode. Exactly, Techno Freak. And in this game, you miss, you're screwed. So learning launch dates is going to be implemented and engraved in your brain. And that's really where this game makes you smarter every day. It's a scientific game. Also a really great YouTube channel, Smarter Every Day. So one thing that you do need to get used to is the connection type. Okay. When you get this game, if you get this game, you are going to place an item, right? And you're going to say, why is that not connecting? Okay. It's all about camera angles, and it's all about moving the mouse just a little bit left, right, up, and down until the part finds its mate. We can't copy Kerbal's space program's system of symmetry. We can't allow that connection. That's why Juno is the way it is. It's coding, it's 3D modeling. So this is the way we did it. And it's finicky, but you get used to it. It's kind of like driving a race car. You just get better at it as you go. It's frustrating because you're going to be like, why won't that connect? Why won't that connect? And then you just kind of have to wiggle it around and see what it wants to do. And then place it on the ground. Hit R, rotate it, hit G, and then try to see, there it goes. You know, we got it to where we want it to go. So you got to be patient, right? And you got to kind of be slow with it. But we're trying to fix it. You know. Let's see here. And we're all, windows are days and not months. Yes, and windows in rocket science are not just that. They're times. You want to be taking off at 8 a.m. You want to be taking off. See, the greatest thing about rocket science is the Earth's atmosphere is thinner in the morning. So if you make a rocket, okay, and you launch at 7 o'clock p.m., that's when the atmosphere is thick, right? Because all the moisture from the planet is going up, right? and it's just kind of floating up there. Right? It's just sitting up there in a higher atmosphere. And so the ozone layer is harder to punch through, right? You got to punch through the ozone layer. And punching through the ozone layer is something that Kerbal never really talked about, right? You got to have a certain aerodynamic, you got to have a certain angle of attack, and you have to have a certain meters a second, and you also have to understand energy and thrust lines. So, like, let me show you. Right here, I have a really, really big, like, documentation for it. So I made this for everybody, right? Now, inner steering rockets. So this is the rocket bottom, right? The at the bottom of the rocket. So I explain in rocket science, right? In outer non-steering rockets, so you have a stronger inner steering gimbal because of your thrust line. Okay? And I explain the math here, right? You know, so your outer rockets on the butt of your rocket should not gimbal. The inner ones should gimbal because it affects your thrust line more intensely. This calculates for your energy pass through. I'm going to talk about energy pass through. You see, energy passes through each part of a rocket. All right. So say when you change the thrust line, you need to let the energy pass through the rocket, thus increasing the TWR. Energy loss is because of the dramatic change in the thrust line, causing TWR to pause or go down. TWR goes down, causing more fuel consumption and less meters a second. When slowing down, say concept just inverted, letting the rocket fall at a rate that will keep your MS so you can steer on the way down to Earth's crust, right? So when inverted, it's just inverting the same energy pass-through. So your energy pass-through is the top of the rocket. It's leaving the tip of the rocket. It's entering the tip of the rocket and coming down the bottom of the rocket, right? So that's it inverted, right? And this is an explanation, right, of just the energy pass-through of the rocket is down the stem of the rocket. So you want your gimbal to be in the center. You want your non-gimbal to be out here because that is where your energy pass-through is affected the most. That's how you get the most steering out of your rocket, right? So after I applied this, right, and I told this user, right, how to do it right, he makes a rocket that finally looks correct, and this rocket is beast. This rocket will do what he wants. And you can't tell me that doesn't look sweet as hell, dude. Look at that screenshot. You want to see a super dope screenshot of rocket science? Look at this. I made this rocket in rocket science. It's a Tower of Giza. Look at that thing. This thing is sweet, dude. Took me like 6 months to make that rocket. So here's photos of Mars. Old photos of Mars. And when you're getting encounters with Mars, look at that. You can't tell me that doesn't look like NASA, dude. You know what I mean? You can't tell me that doesn't look rewarding. Got eaten by a sand dune. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah. So then here, or sorry, that's not Mars. I think that's like, oh, that's Phobos, right? You landed on Phobos. This is Mars. Sorry. If we retextured Mars, it looks even better now. It looks even better now. Let me go to Steam. Yeah, see now Mars, it looks even better. And so in this update, we have added some really just really cool things. The in-between, we've got Ceres, Vesta. So this is old, right? It doesn't look like that anymore. As I told him to tone it down because it was too grainy. And he did that in this update, and Mars looks absolutely phenomenal. Look at that. Oh. Why is everybody playing their game on like low graphics? You can really make this game look like real if you just adjust your filtering. Because you can adjust the filtering of the game. Oh, this guy adjusted his filtering. Yes, finally, somebody who adjusted their filtering correctly. Yes, this is what Mars looks like. Realistically. Look at that. You can't tell me that's not sick, dude. I geek out every time I see this. He adjusted his filtering correctly. He adjusted his filtering correctly, too. I wonder if they watched, because I gave like a video tutorial on that. Yeah. It looks so good. Did he add a mod? Wait a second. He's got like smoke plumes. Oh yeah, this guy's filtering on the game. Phenomenal filtering. Yep. I mean, that's what space should be. It's just alien, you know? It looks so, it's not like what you expect it to look like. You get there and you're just like, wow, this is stunning. Oh yeah, he adjusted his filtering. So I'll show you where you can adjust your filtering. Oh, he's even got a nav ball mod. So you can write your own mods for this game, and it's completely open. You can do anything you want, really. That's the moon. Okay? And the moon looks so crazy. This is an early update because we retextured the moon. No, he could just be running it on low graphics. But the moon looks so nuts. And this is Mars, man. Look at that. I mean, it's so fucking good. Look at that. Oh, so clean. And then you got epic explosions. I need to find out where they're getting that nav ball mod because I like it. They even have a KSP2 mod. But look at this. Okay? You can't tell me, right, that that's not sick. You can't tell me that that's not sick, dude. Ah, so clean. We plan to actually take a NASA plans to actually drop a little propeller. I need to make a drone. Dude, I think I can make a drone because we have the technology to do that. Save. Hold on. We can make a drone. I think we can make a drone. Like NASA's gonna, what is it? What's the name of that drone NASA's releasing? Starlink? Starlight? They're gonna drop it on Saturn's moon. Saturn's moon. I think I can make a drone. Because you know what we have in this game that isn't in Kerbal 2? Propellers. I think this could be possible. Hold on. Starlight, thank you. It's not the right fuel type. Not the right fuel type. I think I might want to explore this route here. In the future updates. So plane wings will give me fuel. I know that for a fact. Because there's fuel in the plane wings. We have plane wings. No, I think we have fuel container. I haven't made planes in so long. Fuel tank. Wings. Those have fuel. I almost did it. Oh, dude. Oh, I'll have to do that one day. Just make a drone. Anyway, back to Mars V2. Dude, that means I can do it. I can make a little starlight, send it down there. So, oh, by the way, whenever you're trying to go up and down, you hold left alt and scroll up and down. So, you can like, then zoom in and get alt up and down. So that's how you zoom up and down. All right, so that's 4,000. So we'll go decouple fire. And then we need to grab another rocket stage. So now we need to get this thing to space. Right? So we're going to make a 2-to-1 adapter. So your adapters are your best friend in this game. We're going to hit rotate. And we're going to place the adapter and put that there like that. And then see if we can't get symmetrical with it. We can. Cool. So one thing that you can't do, unlike in Kerbal, is you cannot just place a piece like that. You have to place the piece directly where you want it first, right? So that's something that's very important to know. So what I'm going to do is try to figure out how to, because this is new to me, these new decoupling parts. Arjun didn't really give me any tutorial or anything. He just said, figure it out. He knows how to use these parts in their intended way. And I know how to abuse these parts in their intended way. So let's see. We have a situation where we need to create a fairing system that will go up, and out and around the rocket, right? Kind of like Atlas 5, right? That's what we're doing. I'm going to grab this guy and place him there. And let's just see if that will make them be more friendly. It does. Well, no, this is the wrong piece. This is for the top. It's like Legos. I like this game because it's like Legos. It like makes you think about things. These are male to female. They're universal. We used to have a male and female system, but it got very daunting. So we went male and female. So anyway, it was the right piece. So this is the right idea. I just need to actually get it to fit. Because I'm going to add shellings here in a second. So I just need to, there. That's symmetrical. Okay, good. No need for crazy adapters. Now I gotta go to my aerodynamic fairings and pray to God that this actually works. This is where it gets buggy, and so I'm gonna build the piece first and then place it down there. Right, so it only kind of likes to... Oh, I see. That's why. So it only accepts that. It's been upside down the whole time. I'll just flip it. I'll build it and flip it. Okay. That's why. So now we're just going to create our shelling. Okay. Then we're going to hit rotate. Then we're going to grab it. Bring it around town. Boom. Oh, it's off. Okay, now it's to the left. Ooh, this is difficult. Here. So I'm using this part in a way that it's not really intended to be used for. There we go. There we go. Wow, this actually is gonna work. So then I just rotate this item. And you can hit Q to go back to the last. No. We'll rotate it again. Just to make our life easier, we're going to literally help it out. I maybe helped it out too much. You kind of don't want to help it out too much, or it like doesn't like to be forced. So once you have it here, I just hope we clear it. I just hope we clear it. I don't know if we're going to clear it. You hit C. Nope, it doesn't work. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to clear it. We're right back to the issue at hand with one of the updates that I just asked him to try and do. Because I just gave him some dev notes on some things. I'm going to attempt it because I have no choice. But that, in Kerbal, if you do this, it doesn't matter. But in rocket science, you do this. Boy, it's an explosion like no other. I have an idea. Yeah, I have an idea. So let's do this, right? From here, let's grab a piece that do that. Let's add a... No, I don't like that. That's too heavy. Let's add a... Until we get this one part I can't talk about that I just asked him to add in. Let's add... Let's get off the symmetry mode. There you go. You want these two notches here. Bearing to blue. To blue. And then we need a 2-to-1 adapter. All right, no problem. Thanks for chilling out with me today, man. I really can't wait for your reaction. So what I'm gonna do, Techno, is I'm gonna watch your reaction. You gotta get used to it, okay? It's not Kerbal. You're gonna be frustrated. So if you have questions, ask me. It's very finicky, you know, and it's early. It's early access. Kerbal took a lot of patents of things that we can't and can do. Maneuver nodes work the same though. So that's all explanatory there. Okay, then I'm gonna grab a fairing, or sorry, a single adapter. That's a releaser, and that's gonna release it. If you click on the dot that you want, it can help. There. There. Now, that will clear. So then we need to grab a it's still clipping? Huh. Is that why he added this piece? Is this bigger than the other one? I think it might be. No, it's the same side. No, it is bigger. Oh, it allows clipping. Okay, I see. It allows clipping. Yeah, he's gonna need to fix it. Okay, then we put our cone on top. Okay. Okay. And then we'll add a bearing nose cone. No, no, no. Now that is crazy. I've never expected I could do something like that. Wow. This guy and this guy go together. Okay. And I want to see how that works. Nope, I broke the code. It doesn't like this at all. It's because it's not connected. Okay, now it works. Good. I'm really experimenting with things. That works. I hope it doesn't lay down again. Yeah, it's a problem. I want to see how this decouples. Because I think I might just be using the wrong. Yeah, I'm just using the wrong thing. The lid came off as intended. So this guy is just wrong. That whole thing is wrong. Alright, so we need to figure out. So that goes on the top. That's the top reach. So that thing goes for like that. Yeah, it holds thrusters and shit in there. Okay. Yeah, it holds thrusters and shit. Okay, so you would theoretically put this on the bottom. Yeah, yeah, it's a bottom piece. So we have to do a top bearing. Ah. I see the issue there. That's a topper. So it has to do with this guy. But are you gonna allow? I'm gonna send him some dev notes. Some things that you guys are not allowed to see. Okay. How am I gonna create a tube? Happy New Year, John. When the time comes. Mm. I need to make dev notes. Okay, so there are some bug reports that I'm placing in. We need to be able to make tube castings. It looks like we're not able to. But I will find a way. As I always do. Alright. That's a bug. Why is all gray? What do you mean? Just doing bug tests. And testing the limits of the game. Its state that it's in. Okay, fixed the bug. Launched. And it's going to be on its side, isn't it? No. Okay. So copying it fixes it. Good. Looks good. Now, we need to get this tube fixed. Alright, so why is there no tube? I don't think I can do a tube fix. That's fine. It's not possible right now to do it. Alright. So we'll just have to add the fairing up here. And that will do it. Good. Now we need a stem. Good. And we're going to need a heel. Alright, so you're 2,000. Thank you for your base reading. And so you should be 3,000. Oh yeah, he had a special adapter. Oh, he has an adapter here I never even saw. Wait a second, does that go on top of a fairing? It does. That one. It's all about top. So like the top is very customizable. The bottom is not. Um yeah, tubing still won't work. That could be an answer. Just doing developer things, guys. Sorry. Just trying to make parts. Well, that's neat. That could translate to some really cool. Okay, so. But, we should get an adapter and that would work. 89. And this guy would be 3,000. He drinks too much. Alcoholic. 4,094. And then we grab a... Or this is a different game, by the way. $95. $96. Work. All right. About 2 of you. Again. And that way goes. That way goes. So, this is where the new part comes into play. I get it. All right. Boom. Which then allows me to go banana. Place. Goes trace. Oh. Goes. Actually, I could go ballistic here. Bug. And it's solved. Okay, so the code problem there. Once that piece is attached, it will not allow it to be centralized. Five. And now you decide to work. 4,328. $28 TWR. So you not gonna work. Do. You are too low. So 3 of you. Gives me 3,000. You don't gimbal though. So what if instead, right? 43. You are not efficient. You're still... Actually, I like this play. $3,036. 4,000. And we just need to get you to work with another stage. It's 4,000. So that's my 4,000 top stage. So then I need 5,000 below that. So I need 5,000 below that. And then I need 5,000 below that to go to orbit. So this is the 5,000 stage that needs to be great. Uno. Dos. Tres. Cuatro. You're not 5,000. I was expecting 5,000 from you, dude. You didn't give me that. Now that's irritating. You gave me about 3,000. Yeah, I need at least 4,000. What if? What do you do? You do 1,800, but you do 24. I reverse that. Let's delete these. $27. $50. All right, so you still don't have enough. So it'll be 3 of you. You just do 1 of you. 1,800. Oh, that's horrible. $1,800. Ugh, yucky. That's 5,000. So I need an additional 5,000 on top of that. What's that TWR is 3, so I can add quite a lot of fuel to equalize that. And that should give me more. And that puts me up to 2,000. And TWR 2. We can go with even more. And that gives me 3,000 with 2. And more. That's 3,000 with TWR 2 still. Even more. And that is 3,000. The TWR 1.5. I hate to say that, but we can do no more. That's 3,000. 4,000. Can do more. Oh, you know what? That's what these are for. Now they gimbal. That's 3,000. We can do even more. That's 4,000. 4,000, 8,000. We can do more. Unlots the rocket. Let's see. It's so big. We don't have enough TWR for the atmosphere. Okay. I completely forgot about that. That's something that Kerbal doesn't ever come into accountability is a TWR. It is TWR for the atmosphere itself. You have to have TWR for aerodynamics. I've been playing too much Kerbal, dude. Making me stupid. $7,000 GWR. I'm 52. And that's more like it. Now we're talking. To Mars. My rocket's aerodynamic system is pretty weak. The atmosphere here is it. You really got to be careful when flying this thing. My navigation system for the rocket is also incorrect. We're about to break through the atmosphere. We might not have enough. Earth looks so beautiful up here. We have instabilities here. Rocket is unstable. Golly, that was... He really edited the crap out of the textures of Earth and all the planets, and Jesus, it looks real. Insane. Realistic this is. Alright, my navigation system. Alright. The rocket is too bottom heavy. The stem here is weight balance issue. We need to adjust it. That's why we're flipping. And this is where rocket science comes in. The simplest, most renditioned version of the most realistic rocket science simulation you can buy on Steam. Your TWR atmospheric pressure and all that you need to take into account. I'm gonna add another layer, gyro stabilizers. Keep this rocket on track. I'm going to add aerodynamic cones. And then I am going to add RCS. We're going to do bulk RCS. You don't see these lines when the rocket is built. We have bulk RCS now. RCS activated. Much better. Gravity turn. Ooh, 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 ooh. We are falling into the realm of rockets being crazy. There's something wrong with the navigation system. Still. Every time I'm turning, I can't get a baseline readout of meter a second because I cannot control the rocket. There we go. And we're flipping. Hmm. I need to do more energy buildup on the rocket. And that ball's sitting weird. And he's a bullet towards me. Yeah, yeah. You have to actually do your own navigation system to tune it yourself. You want a rocket to fall into the direction it needs to go, you need to maneuver your... We went the other way. ID needs to be this way. Okay. The rocket is in the same is in the right orientation. The navigation unit is now needing to turn this way. This way. I'm gonna actually see where it's facing. Uh, oh my god. Alright, so I now know you need to be rotated to the left 90 or more than that. More than 90 degrees. And that should do it. Be facing me. Uh, this isn't good. You can also change how the rocket behaves. You can actually put it on a course if you want. You can give it variables. You can change the thrust force. It's what separates us from every other rocket game. You can change the arc. The rocket is now facing me. But we're not parallel. Let's make the fairing parallel and then go from there. The fairing needs to be parallel to the equator of 90. Once I do that, I can get the navigation gyros or navigation system parallel to the fairing. So we can turn straight. Usually this never happens, but I've spent weird amount of time fucking with shit. I gotta fix it. Yeah, it's parallel. And that's parallel. That's 90. That's got to be 90. That's 90. See your 90 right there? That's parallel. Yes. We got the rocket in the rotation formation. It needs to be. You hold left shift and click on an item, it'll copy it. If it's a group of items, it will copy the group of items. And that is a straight rocket now. It is a rocket that will go the direction that I need it to go. RCS on, and we shouldn't have any flips. It's turning at the rate. Yeah. And we're flipping. Yeah. I need to put a battery and a solar panel on you. I don't get why we're flipping. We're still bottom heavy. I'm gonna let this rocket cook. I'm gonna get it full of energy. It is the nighttime, so the atmosphere is really nasty. I know why. I know why. I know why. The rocket, I adjusted its base layer of gas, and I didn't adjust its thrust. It's probably like 3 or 4 TWR. That's still 156. Crap. It's one. Okay, cool. So you need to also understand that you need just as you need a balanced TWR of steering. So you don't achieve that steering wise. This game requires you to spend a lot more time building rockets instead of just kind of giving you. Free. There we go. Instead of just kind of giving you free, guesswork, you need to do all the guesswork. There we go. I fixed my line of thrust. I'll let this rocket cook. And we're going to just try to gain as much speed right now as possible. We're at 1,304 and climbing. You can't tell me this doesn't look beautiful. You cannot. And mean it. Alright, 2,000. Alright, we've hit orbit. We're going about 3,000. We're 400 kilometers from the planet. That is exactly where I want to go. 5,000. And I've got a basis now of really the kind of performance that this game can give off with these new rocket engine updates. And now I kind of figured out that they don't really need all that much. It, like, really, I don't need this much power anymore. These engines are really compensating well with the environment that I'm in, so we can go ahead and remove that. 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 And that. That. And that. I can now go to fuel section. And yeah, this rocket will fly. Oh man, it's been a long time since I played Rocket Science. And I can't wait. I'm gonna wait for another update. Gonna wait to play till another update. I just feel like my Mars rocket's not there yet. The parts aren't there yet. We need one more fairing. I'm gonna go eat dinner. Peace out. Happy New Year's, New Year's Eve. I'm gonna go celebrate.